This is Nick.
This is Vinny.
This is Steve.
No Sense Podcast. Get those ear holes ready.
Hey, everybody.
Hi.
What's up?
Nick's super excited.
Super.
And I dig it.
Indeed.
Shut up.
Okay.
Sorry.
So, second episode. Super excited. Actually, we're all really excited about this one today. And if I talk like I'm a little funny, I got like all this stuff in my mouth now. So, it's fucking awesome. Hurts in different ways I never thought my mouth would.
Braces were bad enough in middle school and high school. I cannot imagine doing it again as an adult.
At least you're old and big enough now that if somebody makes fun of you, you can beat them up.
Yeah, choke them out.
Yeah. Fucking armbar.
You say something about my braces?
It's a fight on site.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. Episode 2, yeah, you're right. That's one episode further than we were last time.
Hey, we managed to not get canceled yet, so I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some pretty decent views too, from what I understand.
Yeah, and some good feedback. Our good friend Angela from Eternal Tattoo said, "Glad you're back."
Nice.
That was nice.
Yeah.
She's a sweetheart.
We'll have her on again.
Yeah.
Of course,
Sweet.
she wants to be on. So
Yeah. Maybe we can get Lexi on too.
Sexy Lexi. Maybe
Yeah.
both of them.
She's the best.
Maybe both
They're
of them
both
at the
the
same time.
best.
Yeah. It would be a really cramped studio, but we'll do it.
Think we can get them to kiss?
And that's when we get canceled.
Or maybe not. Maybe we get more viewership.
Well, then we got to switch it to OnlyFans. I don't think YouTube's going to let us put that up there.
They can kiss. People can kiss on YouTube. Right?
I've seen people fight on YouTube.
Yeah.
Puke. We can have a whole segment of just YouTube videos.
All right. They may never speak to us again.
Probably not.
All right.
So today's topic, we're going to talk about our favorite travel experience yet.
Both near and far.
Yes. Yeah. So let's kick it up with Steve. Where have you been?
I've been all over the place. So probably my favorite trip I've ever had.
Ralston.
Oh, no.
Papillion, come on.
No, downtown Hartford. I just thought I was going to die.
Connecticut?
I was born there, man.
Oh.
Yeah, he's
sorry.
actually originally from there. He's not from
Yeah, I was in Connecticut for the first 22
I'm not
years
sorry
of
you
my
were
life.
born there. I'm sorry that I said it like.
No, I'm
a
sorry.
dick.
I was born there. It's fine. Fuck Connecticut. I can say that. I'm from there. The
Yep.
state sucks.
I ain't saying none.
But so no, my favorite trip that I've had so far was actually pretty recent. Went to Japan for 2 weeks a couple of years ago.
Oh, sucky.
And it was a blast. It was crazy. Have some absolutely hilarious stories from there, and just being over there in general was fucking awesome. Fell in love with the country.
1, 2, go.
Huh?
I said 1, 2, go.
Story.
Story.
Oh shit!
Story.
Yeah.
It's story
so
time.
best story while we were there. So
Did you eat a horse? I'm sorry.
Did I get what?
My friend Aaron went to Japan and he ate horse.
I did not eat horse. I did not see that on any menus. My story does involve eating something kind of unique, though.
Okay. I'm sorry.
So-
I
You
cut-
blew a fish? I mean, you ate a blowfish.
Actually, yes. So yeah, my big thing was going to Japan. It's on my bucket list. I have to try fugu while I'm there.
Oh,
and for those of you who don't know what that is, it's a dish made from puffer fish, which, if incorrectly prepared, will kill you. So,
Yeah, you die.
yep. So I was in charge of setting this whole thing up. Found this little restaurant that was like 2 blocks down from the hotel that we were staying at, and it had a bunch of good reviews on Google. I'm like, all right, we're gonna go to this one. Did not know this was like a hole in the wall. This is where the locals go. This is not somewhere that Americans go. So they're like, okay, we're walking in here. They don't speak a single word of English. We don't know what we're doing because we've never done this before. And they have us go in. We take our shoes off. They bring us over to one of those like sunken in the floor tables. And we're like, oh, this is like fancy Japanese. We have no fucking clue what we're doing. So we go through the whole thing. It was 2 hours, all you can drink while you're eating a 7-course meal of fugu. And they're bringing stuff out to you. They bring the first couple of dishes out, and it's like sashimi. There was fried puffer fish, and then they brought out a basket of water. and put it on the table and then turned on a burner in the table that we didn't notice. So we found out this is a make your own hot pot place.
Nice.
Okay,
I
cool.
would have yelled, "I burn my dick."
It was a basket?
Yes, it was a like woven basket with wax paper in it to hold the water in.
Okay.
So we're like, okay, cool. I guess we're cooking our own food. Okay, whatever. Start throwing shit into the hot pot, cooking it, making our own food. Obviously, Americans, we're used to your waiters coming in and checking on you like every 10 minutes. Not how Japan works. You have to call them over. We kind of forgot that in the process of doing this, and next thing you know, we had boiled all of the water off of our hot pot, and it started to burn and set off the fire alarm.
Oh.
Wow.
Waiter comes in, just kind of looks at us, is like laughing while he's cleaning up and putting more water in our hot pot and everything. And we can just hear people like the next room over laughing at us. And for those of you that don't know, the sort of derogatory word for foreigner in Japanese is gaijin.
Gaijin.
You bet your ass they called us that.
Yeah.
So we ended up going through the whole thing. We translated on our phones, apologized profusely about everything, but we are constantly joking. We're like, yeah, if we ever go back, there's going to be photos of us. Like, do not let these idiots in here. But yeah, we managed to set off a fire alarm at a restaurant in Japan.
Nice.
Did you yell out, "Oh, Fugi"?
We
I would
were
have been doing that the whole time, going Fugi.
we were kind of talking about going with our wives, and it'll be nice though because my wife is fluent in Japanese, so she won't let us do things like try and burn a restaurant down.
Oh, so if you do go, if you're going into the Tokyo area and you go to Akihabara, there is a sex shop there. And I had to translate the signs, but apparently the top 2 floors only men are allowed to go to.
Wow.
So if you go there and let me know what's up there, because I have no clue.
And yell Fugi.
Yes.
What's that mean?
Food?
I don't know.
What was the dish that you guys were trying to eat?
Fugu.
Fugu. That's it. I fucked it up. Just go Fugu. Do that while you're masturbating. Go, oh, Fugu. It sounds fun.
I shot Fugu out.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that whole trip was an absolute blast, and I've got tons of stories of just random shit that happened while we were in Japan and everything. But the country was awesome. My wife and I actually agreed if we ever won the lottery and didn't have to work anymore, we'd move there in a heartbeat. Like, absolutely fell in love with it as soon as we got there. So, highly recommend it if people are able to do international travel.
Did you buy any Pokemon cards?
Yes, I did. And I bought Magic cards.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Well,
Gotta be an overseas nerd, you know.
What's your favorite, like, doesn't have to be in town, but something just drivable, like a weekend getaway that you guys do?
I actually really like going up to Minneapolis.
Mm-hmm.
We've driven up there a few times for various things, and I've always had a blast. Like, there's a bunch of great breweries and a bunch of great restaurants. We've probably been up there 4 times since we moved out here, and we both absolutely love going up there all the time.
Is that
So,
where Mall of America is?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 'Cause I've never been.
Yep, been to Mall of America a few times. Last time we were up there, we actually had like the entire weekend. It was completely booked of shit that we were doing. There was a concert one night that my wife got tickets to, and then the next day there was actually a Magic convention that I went to, and then the day after that there was another concert. I think that was falling in reverse if I remember right, because they ended up canceling that morning. And we're like, great, we drove 6 hours out here and you motherfuckers canceled.
You went there to see them?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, Fugu.
So Minneapolis,
Yep.
That's your kind of weekend destination.
Yeah, there or Kansas City. I do really enjoy going down to
I
Kansas
love
City
KC
too.
too, man. We're you got a tattoo convention coming up there.
Yeah, in April.
Nick, where's your favorite vacation you've ever been on?
It's a toss up between 2 places, but I think the top one's probably
Council Bluffs.
yeah, right in the middle of it. Probably the Dominican Republic.
Nice.
Been there a couple times. I think it was not last year, the year before. The whole family went out for Christmas. We didn't do Christmas. We basically said like no presents. Everybody just save up, get a trip. We'll get this planned. We'll stay a week out there, and we did that, and it was awesome.
Cool.
Sister got white girl wasted.
Nice.
Yeah, almost got us kicked out. But no, it was a really good time. It was fun. But we went there out there. It gets dark like it does here. You know, when it's like feels like 4:00 in the afternoon. It's already dark.
Yeah.
But out there on resorts and stuff, like even in Mexico, if it's we go like basically our winter time is just to get the hell out of the cold. It's hot there, but it gets dark real late or real early, and there's not much lighting out on those resorts and stuff, so it's dark as shit. So I don't know. Everybody just kind of, all right, we're not drinking at the bar anymore. Time to go to bed. But
just a good time though.
Yeah, awesome time.
Good food.
Food's good. Parts of Mexico have been really good food too.
Mm-hmm.
So really comparable. Just Dominican's a little bit cleaner. A lot of the resorts and stuff that are out to where we went in Punta Cana is like brand new. So like within the last 7 years, a lot of the resorts and a lot of the area has been like built up. So
Punta Cana is something else you could yell.
Yeah. When you're coming,
Punta Cana!
When you're jacking it.
What about your favorite kind of not local, but you know, drivable, like KC or something like that?
I don't. So how many hours are we talking? We like 3-4 hours, or
not so many hours, but just you can go there for a couple days and come home, or 3 or 4 days.
Last fun spot that I went to and I enjoyed, and I haven't been there since my dad took me in '95, but I took the wife for her birthday as a surprise birthday thing. Went to the Black Hills in South Dakota.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a really fun time. It's not a ton to do, but I don't know, it's really gorgeous up there. So I have to say that. I mean, second runner up would be Kansas City, but yeah.
Nice. The only place I've ever been abroad is Jamaica, but it was the best week of my life.
Were you at a resort?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was called Couples in the Grill. My wife and I got married there.
Okay.
And it was just insane how nice everything was, and just I loved it.
What was the place called again?
Couples in the Grill.
Yeah, we usually frequent Secrets.
Yeah,
we bought into that company. So
the flight wasn't bad, but you land in Montego Bay, and then you have to drive or ride this. They call it a bus, but it's a van, and it's like an 1.5, 2 hour drive, but it's not really a drive. It's an 1.5 series of fucking close calls, like down these goat trails and shit.
Yep.
But once I got there, it was just, I've never been so happy and relaxed ever. We, I guess, came back and just decided that was our first real vacation, you know? And so we decided that we didn't want to sit still much anymore. So now, every chance we get, like I love going to, once a year we go out to San Diego and see a good friend of mine, and him and I ride motorcycles out there, and just, it's really fun. But for our I guess, closer getaways, we take the drive either down to the Ozarks and stay at like Big Cedar or something like that, or Kansas City. We really like. Des Moines, nice too. I really like going to Des Moines.
All right.
I mean, I like going there for food, but like, I don't know.
Zombie Burger?
Oh, hell yeah. Love Zombie Burger. They're in Fong's Pizza.
Their downtown district is really nice. I don't know. There's a lot of like really cool like Exile Brewery is there, and I don't know. I kind of like being there.
I guess I've never really spent much time downtown. Every time I go out there, it's to go play in Magic tournaments, so I'm always at a game shop mostly.
Nice.
Roundhouse and little nerds at the Magic conventions.
Where's your least favorite place to go?
My least? Council Bluffs? No, I'm just kidding. Man, I'd have to say, it wasn't like a least favorite or anything like that, but I'd have to say Chicago, man. Like, people love going to Chicago and their downtown district, like all that touristy shit. I'm the opposite of wanting to see tourism. I want to see like real life stuff and everything. Yeah. And I think we talked about it in one of the episodes in the Power Dump podcast. So if you guys want to like go back and try to, I can't remember what episode we talked about it in, but kind of, I got to see real Chicago and parts of, some of the shithole of a bigger city it can be, and where all the gang violence and stuff is. So I don't know. I just like My wife really hated it. I didn't mind it so much because I can handle that kind of stuff. Because where we kind of grew up, but I don't know. I didn't really care for Chicago much.
How about your least favorite?
So probably my least favorite was Virginia Beach. And it's not so much because of Virginia Beach. Like the place was nice. It was the circumstances surrounding the trip that just completely ruined it for me. We had booked the trip with, at the time, my girlfriend and her family, and she dumped me 2 weeks before the trip, and we still went.
Mm.
Womp womp.
Yeah. And on top of that, I got sick while I was down there.
Did you throw up on her?
No. I threw up a lot, but not on her.
Should have. Hear this? He should have threw up on you.
Yeah. He's on a podcast now, and you're missing out.
Yeah.
He's going to be famous.
Oh, yeah.
Big Webbles.
But yeah, like, I don't know. Like, Virginia Beach itself was fine. The aquarium down there was cool, but just the trip itself sucked because of all the situations around it.
I'm with Nick. Chicago. It's a toss-up between that and Milwaukee.
I've not been to either.
Milwaukee. It's we got there. Quick story. We got there, and first of all, their roads are so bad that the lane departure system on my truck wouldn't even see the road. Like the lines are so fucked up. But and then we got to our hotel, and it was supposed to be like in an okay part of downtown. And I walked outside with my son-in-law, and we saw a police chase, which was actually pretty fucking cool. It was raining out, and the dude goes flying up the road. It's like a 35-mile-an-hour road. He goes up this road like 70, and then he turns around, comes back the other way. He must not have windshield wipers because he's doing an Ace Ventura with his fucking head out the window while he's driving, with like 4 cops just barreling down the road after him. But it's just hard to find anything there. Even with GPS, I was just lost all the time.
That whiskey that night was really good.
That whiskey, yeah, that's a shout out to Traveler. It's put out by what I say it was Buffalo Trace.
Buffalo Trace,
yeah. Right. It's really nice bourbon. So if you drink, try some Traveler.
Yeah, just had a glass of it and was just like, all right, I'm good. That was We also had some pizza.
Some pizza from La Casa, which was
pizza.
Good.
Yeah, wife didn't like it.
What's that?
My wife didn't like it.
Neither did mine.
Yeah.
I thought it was okay.
Yeah. I mean, it was different.
Yeah. And your computer is dealing us a fit.
Mm-hmm. Can't get a couple things working. Hopefully, didn't fry that motherboard. That's like what I'm worried about. But yeah,
we'll figure it out.
Figure it
out. And so Virginia Beach, Chicago / Milwaukee.
Yep.
Yeah. But we love to travel.
Yeah.
At least my wife and I do. And I know you guys do.
Yeah. I've got 2 surprising spots. I'll just throw that curveball in there. Because I do a lot of convention work and stuff with my job. Number 1 surprising spot was Salt Lake City, doing a convention out there.
Cool.
Very pretty city. And second is Arkansas. There was a lot of shit to do. It was really fun. I went to a club down there that looked like it was in a movie. It was pretty crazy.
Nice.
Yeah.
You want to know my favorite big city that I've been to in the United States? Cincinnati.
I got family there.
I had so much fun there.
Yeah, there's a ton to do.
I went to Newport on the Levee, which is across the Ohio River, but it's still kind of connected to Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
We went out there when my brother-in-law lived there, and it was just fun. We went to Jungle Gyms, this big world store thing, and their flea markets out there are just crazy. We went to this big, it was a mall, but they converted like the basement into a giant ass arcade. And it was, man, I had a good time.
Yeah, internet's been like having a lot of fun with Ohio, saying like how white trashy and stuff it is. But I think they're misconceived. I think it's the state right below them, Kentucky.
What the fuck is Skibbity?
What? Skibbity?
You ever heard that? The Skibbity Ohio Riz.
Yes. So, fun story about all this stuff. My best friend's wife is a sign language interpreter for one of the middle schools in town. And we actually had this exact conversation with her one day. And we're like, what the fuck are these kids saying? So, as far as I can understand, and this was explained to me, is Skibbity is bad. Skibbity Ohio is really fucking bad.
And Riz is supposed to be good though, like
Yeah.
charisma.
Yeah, something like that. And then Sigma is like a cool guy or something like that.
I fucking hate how people talk now. I just do.
I mean, yeah, I sound like a boomer saying I hate the slang these days, but I'm sure the shit I said when I was in high school sounded ridiculous to people older than me too.
It's not even the sayings as much as the way people are saying them now. Like I get really upset when I have to hear someone go up at the end of their sentence like they're asking a question like that.
Yeah.
I hate that shit. I hate when everybody says, I feel like, oh, I know you feel like that, or you probably wouldn't have fucking told me. And when everybody starts every other sentence out with, I mean, you know, like, I mean, yeah, like, I know you mean that. It's okay. And literally, I'm just going to rant here for a minute. I'm sorry.
You're good.
When people say literally, like, it's literally 1,000,000 degrees in here. First off, why are you trailing off the end of your sentence? But let's come back to that. Second, it's not literally 1,000,000 degrees in here, or we would all be dead and incinerated.
We would be dust.
It's, you know, and so then they'll use it for something that is true. Like, I literally just ate lunch. Okay, I didn't think you meant that figuratively. You don't have to point out the fact that you literally just ate lunch. That's okay. I'm sorry. I'm just a dick about that stuff. I never call anybody out on it, but
maybe you should.
Yeah. I got a somebody I know. I'm not even going to say who they are because I don't want to get in trouble. It's not my wife, but they finish every one of their sentences and they kind of like trail off like this, like at the end of it. And I say like a lot, and I want to get better about that.
A lot of people do. It's the buffer word.
It is like
yeah,
you know,
or just replace it with shit. Shit.
Yeah, yeah, shit. Or
shit.
What was your word from Japan?
Gaijin?
No,
Fugu?
Yeah. No,
Fugu.
Let's just start saying fugu.
Yeah. The fish? What the fuck?
You motherfucker call me a blowfish? But that's me just being a jerk. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's funny that you bring up how people talk and everything, because I actually just got a comment like 2 weeks ago on one of my videos. They're like, it sounds like listening to a Valley girl play Magic.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Like, damn, that's a new one. I hate my voice too, but ow.
Steve's response, like, OMG, WTF are you talking about? ? There.
It's my magic. Leave it alone.
Yeah, Valley Girl is, I call it soccer mom speak more than with I mean, and the literally, and the last thing I'm going to bitch about is the way people list stuff. You know, we're sitting in here with a bunch of stuff on the table, and there's a phone and some headphones and a microphone on the table, but people will be like, there's a phone and headphones and a microphone. Like,
the emphasis.
I don't understand why they need to do that.
While we're at it, those fucking videos where everybody's doing this shit and showing what they're fucking opening and doing, this tapping shit, fucking stop. It's stupid.
Or when they clap, when they talk like this.
Yes.
I hate it. Yes.
Sometimes it's funny in the right circumstances.
I guess. It's just hard for me to see that
I can't handle the tapping and the videos where they're like, while they're tapping on stuff. And
the ASMR shit.
I want to fucking...
I never understood that. Supposedly it's some weird, like, psychological thing, but I'm just like it's annoying.
Yep.
How about those weird videos of, like, that people are into now? Well, it's been a while, but, like, zit popping and stuff. Have you seen those on Instagram?
I always try to find the biggest, nastiest fucking ones where you're just like, why would you let it go that far, man? What the fuck? And then realize how gross down the rabbit hole I was getting. I was like, I need to stop. There was a website dedicated to it that Dr. Pimple Popper chick like basically acquired all of it and like took it over. Like she's like the queen of that shit. Like she has all of the content.
I don't like it.
There was one that I found that was off the beaten path off of YouTube where this dude had one that was growing on the back of his neck, like on the nape of his neck. And it must have like gotten some kind of massive infection where he couldn't like move his neck.
It was his brother.
And he like called it like his twin or something. But he had kind of like how we have it set up in different angles and stuff. And he was standing in the doorway of this bathroom and stuff and just kind of put pressure on it to see if it would like pop. Dude, that thing shot into his bathroom almost across the bathroom. And he was like instant, like, you know, there was words talking about like how much pressure like it relieved instantly and how he could move his neck. I was just like, holy fuck. I mean, but he wasn't even like pushed, like he was just kind of pulling on the back of his neck, and that thing
just
fucking
massaging
exploded.
the growth.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I remember
like
back
to
when
massage
Touch.0
my
was a thing, he'd always have videos like that on there, and there was just one in particular that I still cringe thinking about. This girl had like basically a pimple on the bottom of her tongue, and just like
That's herpes.
did something weird to like put pressure on it, and it just like gushed out of her mouth, and I'm like, oh, nope.
Did you swallow it?
Huh?
Did you swallow it?
I don't know. They cut away before that.
She ain't no good girl, then.
But yeah, no, just nope, not.
I've never seen you holes throw up.
Oh, I have a weak stomach with that stuff, man. It's bad. But strangely, you know what videos I like to watch?
Poop. No, it's kidding.
No, farrier videos, like horses getting their horseshoes redone.
Yeah.
And also when
Those
they
are
do the
fascinating.
cow feet, even when they like hit an abscess and pus shoots everywhere, like I thought that shit would bother me, but I'm just like really sympathetic to the cow because I know that has to hurt. So I'm just really happy. Like, yeah, it's gonna feel better.
Yeah, you're gonna be able to walk.
Yeah,
I've seen a couple of those videos where I'm like, man, did it get neglected? Did like, because you see some of those hooves where they're like super duper
Yeah.
long. It's just like, what the fuck? Did they not know they're supposed to do that?
Yeah, like long, like a foot or something long,
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah.
Like how do they?
How much they cut down? You're just kind of like, damn, is that gonna kill it?
How do they even walk like that?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I'm glad we don't get like that.
So, animals though, you have a particular story about your dog?
Oh yeah, so our dog, her name is Nahiri. She's gonna be 5 in a little over a month now, but she's a blue heeler lab mix, and we call her our little meth head. And that is because we got her from a oops litter that was out in Shelby, Iowa. And she has the weirdest quirks ever that we have no explanation for. We've had her since she was 7 weeks old. So, like, we know her whole history other than the 7 weeks before we got her. And our only explanation is this dog was addicted to drugs before we got her or something. Like, something is not right in her brain. She loses her mind over window blinds. We touch them and she acts like someone is murdering her.
Wow.
Like barking, whining, freaking out. Like just way over the top. And
that
then,
is really weird.
So they always close or always open?
They're almost always closed.
Mm.
Like I actually had to open one today because one of the window panes cracked and I had to take some pictures of it. And she was outside, heard me open the window blind, and booked it to the slider to come inside and was losing her mind.
Wow. How old was she when you got her?
7 weeks. So I mean, she was a puppy when we got her.
She didn't learn that behavior and then come to your house with it.
She just did it.
Like we got a dog. It was a Weimaraner Vizsla mix,
man.
And it was the sweetest dog in the world. Super smart, but it was a rescue, and we found it on like a friend found it on the side of the road, and it had like chain growing into its neck, and we rescued it, cleaned it up. We were going to take it to the Humane Society, but my wife took her into the bathroom and got her all these fleas off of her, or sorry, not fleas, ticks, just covered. Her eye was swelled up. So she got her all cleaned up, and she came out to the living room, and I said, "You want to get up here?" And she jumped up on the couch, and she looked at me, and she went, and she sighed, and she put her head on my lap. I was like, she lives here now.
Yeah.
So we had her until she got cancer. We had her like probably 7 or 8 years or something, and then we had to put her down, and it was terrible. But for the some reason that dog, our living room is carpeted, and our kitchen and dining room are not. she would not get off the carpet to eat or anything. Like if you put her food bowl by the counter where we keep Takai's,
Mm-hmm.
she would like stretch around the counter and keep her back feet on the carpet. She would not ever fully leave the carpeted area of the. It was weird.
That's like my buddy's dog. He will not go on hardwood floors. When he comes over our house, we literally have to make trails of like bath towels for him to navigate on. He will not put his paws on hardwood floors. No idea why.
Yeah, I don't understand it either.
Two worst dogs I've ever had. My parents had gotten this Cocker Spaniel, and the dog was just dumb in a brick. And then we had a rescue that was Weimaraner, and I couldn't handle that dog. Like, I think the hunting dog and stuff would be good around, loud noises and things like that. It was gun shy, and to hear fireworks and shit itself in the kennel. Like, I could not stand that dog.
My wife's dog is really dumb. Mochi. That dog is an idiot. Super cute. It's a Corgi Pekingese mix, but not my best friend.
Mm.
My Great Dane, Takai, she's sweet. I love her.
For the longest time after you guys got that dog, you're like, I love this little thing. Now it's like, it's an asshole.
She's an asshole. She bites me.
She bites.
I don't know. Mojo was my buddy today, so.
Yeah, she really seems to like Steve.
Yeah, I went to take Dusty to the vet today. He's got ear stuff going on. Kind of makes sense why Nola's always constantly trying to lick his ears and stuff, but he did good.
He's such a sweet boy.
Yeah, he's awesome.
But Nola's awesome too. I love both those dogs. But I think one of the biggest things I look forward to when I go over to your house is just cuddling with Dusty.
Yeah, he's a cuddler.
Yeah.
He likes to hang out and chill.
So I think that what we should do, we talked about having a little event, and it was we were going to go to the gas station, each of us to a different gas station, find like the most odd thing that we could find at a gas station under $20, and bring it back here and talk about it. And then we did not get a chance to do that because we all got busy this weekend. But I think it'd be fun to have other people go do it too, and email us or Instagram their pictures in, and I don't know, maybe we'll do it too, and then whoever gives the coolest picture, they win what we got as the prizes, as long as it's, well, we could ship it anywhere, but if it's local, Nick will drop it off in a tuxedo t-shirt and a thong.
Mm-hmm. Steve's gonna hoop it. Anyways, so that's the open for discussion. So I think you're the only one that got to the place.
Yeah.
Are you gonna like redo it, or are you gonna?
I'm gonna do better. I want to do better. I settled for a lighter from a Casey's that said "Never give up," and the funny thing about that is it's for smoking. So
not exactly something you want to send that message for.
You imagine some crackhead with that lighter?
Yeah.
Never gonna.
6 o'clock on the dot. Give me a crack rock.
So I think I can do better.
Okay.
So let's.
Should we go keep it local, or can you just kind of go to any random spot? Because we're gonna like not film, but we're gonna like document it and everything.
It has to be a gas station. That's all I care about. I don't care if you go to a gas station in Bogota, Colombia, but as long as it's a gas station and it's just something weird that you would not imagine a gas station would or should have. And so there's easy wins, like if you're gonna do like the boner pills or something like that.
That's a shoo-in. But
like we want something more unique than that, something quirkier.
Yeah, I mean, if Ted's always at the gas station slinging rock and you can buy one for $20, I mean, you might be a winner. You might be a winner.
Yeah, you take a picture of you and Ted with the big old crack rock. We will probably send it to the police.
Nah, fuck it. They should get that lighter, man. Shit.
Yeah. I guess if you smoke crack and you really need the lighter, we'll ship it.
We'll hook you up, dog.
It says never give up, and it's never been used, at least not by me.
All right, so time for the nerd nook, and We'll get that intro going.
Nerd Nook.
Nerd Nook.
It's the Nerd Nook. Yeah.
All right, so latest anime that we've been watching. Steve, go.
Probably still just on My Hero Academia. I got like 2 more episodes under my belt.
Okay. I gotta get back on that. What about you?
I haven't been watching any.
What was the last one then?
Black Clover.
Black Clover's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta finish that shit too. I start too much shit and never finish it. I'm still on Ippo Makanuchi off of Netflix. If you guys haven't seen it, see it. Still good. I'm gonna give him one out there because we can talk about anime all night, but we're gonna keep it short and simple with that one. And then our biggest movie review for the week. Steve loved it.
My homework assignment.
Yeah, give each other homework assignments and shit.
You got to say the full name though.
What was it? Joker 2. What the fuck? What? Fill these nuts.
Bogey Deuce or something like that.
Anyways, it was the sequel to Joker,
which was awesome.
The very first one was
Joaquin Phoenix did amazing.
The whole cast, the whole movie in general was fucking great. And Steve, did you see that first one?
No.
Okay, so you watched the second.
I watched the second one, and I'm like, am I missing something? Because I didn't watch the first one. But
yeah, you kind of did. But we should have told you to watch both of them, but we kind of shot that on you like last minute. So
yeah.
Anyway, so what was your thoughts on?
I'm glad that I watched it in the background while I was working, and I didn't actually waste 2 hours of my life watching it.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. Like, I said it on the last episode, I'm not a huge fan of musicals. Like, I can forgive a song every now and then if it makes sense, but like when it's every 10, 15 minutes or whatever, I'm like, just speak. For the love of God, just fucking speak, please.
What was your thoughts on some of the scenes where it seemed like it was all in his head, though?
So it was artistically well done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was very visually pretty, and I took a film class in college, and they went over like what makes a film artistically good, and like objectively, I can tell it was a very well-made artistic movie.
Mm-hmm.
It just bored the hell out of me. Like, I'm not a film critic by any means. A lot of the movies I love are universally panned. All I ask out of a movie is entertain me. If I'm entertained, I'm happy.
So Lady Gaga should have shot something out of her butt and into Joaquin Phoenix's mouth while he was... I don't know.
I mean, it would have been entertaining, but yeah, I don't know. Like, the only part of the movie I truly liked is I liked the way it ended. Like, the final scene and a half, whatever. I thought it ended.
Part was when it was over.
Yeah, when they stopped singing.
Yeah, but no, like, I thought the ending actually was very well done. It was a satisfying ending. It had some really cool, like, Easter eggs and stuff. And it just felt like a good way to wrap up the story. Everything prior to it was completely unnecessary in my mind.
I went into this, and I'm like a little bit of a music snob and maybe a movie snob too. I went into this knowing that I was going to absolutely just despise it. I was going to hate it. Was not the case. I was thoroughly entertained by this movie. The singing was what it was. Lady Gaga, she's got a good voice. Joaquin Phoenix, he's no singer, but you have to imagine that it's supposed to sound like that because they're in their minds they're singing with like a band and stuff, but they're really not. So it's different. The story tied in well. It was good continuation of the first one, which I do still recommend, even though you didn't like the second one.
Yeah, first one's amazing.
You should really try that one. I thought just the idea, like we talked about, that the singing was, and at first that's what I thought. I thought it was just in Joaquin Phoenix's head.
Some seem like they were like that. Yeah,
Arthur Fleck's head anyway.
Yeah.
It was the way that they did. They made everything look aesthetically like you felt like you were in Gotham, but it wasn't the crazy Batman story. I just thought that it was just wonderfully done, and I'm glad that I took the time to sit and watch it.
Yeah, and most people don't know that supposedly Joaquin, after he was filming the first one, had a dream that had some of this movie like continuation like kind of laid out for him, and think he explained to the director and some people, to like how the story should go for the sequel and everything. I don't think the outcome of the sequel was kind of even for him what he liked.
Okay.
Like he didn't condemn it, but he basically kind of just put it out there like, "Hey, just watch it. If you liked it, you liked it." He didn't have a comment, so I don't think he was very happy with it.
He acted great in it, though.
He did. I mean, he's just a great actor.
Do you want to know what made me super happy about the movie, though? They didn't. I mean, I like Harley, or I like Lady Gaga in this movie. Never in a million years would I have ever thought I would have enjoyed watching something that she was in, because I don't know anything about her. I don't listen to that kind of music.
Mm-hmm.
But she did really well. I love that they didn't make Harley Quinn sound like fucking Fran Drescher's the nanny.
Sure,
Mr.
sure.
J.
Yeah.
I really was afraid of that, and I'm glad that they went the correct way.
And I will say, it was an interesting kind of refreshing take on Harley. It was different than how she's been portrayed in a lot of movies. And I did appreciate that they went a different way with her. And yeah, all the actors and actresses, the acting was great. Like, honestly, the movie was good. It just wasn't entertaining to me.
I like how Margot Robbie portrayed Harley Quinn a lot.
Everyone loves how Margot Robbie portrayed Harley Quinn.
But I was on the fence too. There was a couple aspects of it that I liked. I wasn't expecting it to outdo the first one at all.
No,
I wasn't expecting that. I knew that my expectations shouldn't be high in the slightest for the sequel. So it didn't disappoint. There was a couple things that I was like, that's different. Okay, I like their take on this. Like I said, the scene where he was kind of twirling around and dancing, and the guys were like cheering him on, like, "Oh, hey, let's tell us what you think, Arthur." And you stand there smoking a cigarette at the end, like it was just in his head. He didn't like nobody really saw him dancing and singing, or and doing all the weird, crazy stuff. The ending, though, spoiler alert if anybody even gives a shit to even see this movie, because a lot of people vetoed it because of the reviews.
I did at first.
Yeah. So my suspicions of him being the Joker was correct, and how this movie and how they kind of ended this was he was the inspiration for the Joker. He wasn't actually the Joker.
Yeah.
So that is a major spoiler alert. That's a huge smack in the face. If anybody hasn't seen that, sorry. It is what it is. I just said it.
I didn't even pick that up.
So the guy at the end, when he stabbed him and stuff,
that was the Joker.
And he was dying, and he started.
You see him cut
it pans
his
away,
teeth.
and he's starting to cut it.
That was what's
the
the Joker's name in the DC comic? I can't.
I can't remember his name either. But anyways, so he is like cutting his face up.
Yeah, I saw that.
I was just like, okay, that's actually the Joker. He's taking over Arthur Fleck's persona, and then gonna run with it.
Okay.
So,
yeah, like I said, the ending did have a lot of cool Easter eggs. There was that one where it was blurred in the background, so if you weren't looking, you didn't really notice it. And then, again, spoiler alert, in like the ending scene when he's leaving the courthouse, when the camera pans over Harvey Dent and half of his face is all burnt up, and it's foreshadowing him turning into Two-Face.
Also, I have to admit, that explosion, by surprise, I had no idea.
Yep.
Never saw that coming.
I will say that was unforeseen.
A little bit of a panic of thinking that he actually got away, like he was going to get the fuck away, and it was just like, holy shit, he got the fuck away. Like, what's going to happen next? And then it's just like, oh, motherfucker got caught.
I enjoyed the movie though.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible. Part. Like if everybody that we're kind of butchering this movie for you, go watch it. It's not the worst movie out right now. So
no, develop your own opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but the first one, you've not seen that one. That one's a fucking gem. And have you seen Taxi Driver, Steve?
No.
Okay, I would suggest to watch that movie first. My wife just watched it for the first time the other day. I just made her watch it. I like it because it feels like it's a kind of a time capsule going back to New York in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of famous people in it. Jodie Foster is like 13 when she filmed this.
Oh, no shit.
Damn.
Yeah. De Niro's in it. I can't remember the guy's name. He was the wolf in Pulp Fiction. Harvey Keitel or something. I can't remember.
Harvey Keitel.
Maybe.
Was he also in Reservoir Dogs?
Yes.
That's Harvey Keitel.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's well, he looks younger. I think
You're
he's
gonna be okay.
yeah. He's in the movie. The guy that played the father in This Is 40, the Jewish guy that was always like scrounging off of Paul Rudd's character.
I
His
never
dad.
saw that.
Okay, you haven't seen this shit?
Uh-uh.
Oh, damn, you gotta watch that. There's a lot of famous actors and stuff and actresses in this movie. It's Sybil Shepherd's in it when she's like 25. It's a really good movie. I'd suggest anybody to go see Taxi Driver. It's one of my favorites, even when, as a teenager. My dad was really like, "Holy shit, you like that movie?" I'm like, "This movie's amazing." But it shows Gordy's side of like New York and stuff in the 70s and everything, and it shows De Niro like kind of losing his shit after he gets kicked out of the military, kind of like he's trying to find his purpose, basically. So, and the weird thing is, the first Joker movie, it has such a nod to that movie and has De Niro in it. Just watch that movie first and then watch Joker.
I need to
suggest
go back
anybody
and
do
try watching that.
Taxi Driver? Taxi
movie,
Driver's amazing, man.
I'll have to check it out.
It's I think one of I don't think it's his first movie, but it's one of Scorsese's first movies, I think, one of his earlier films. And it might have been the first one that him and De Niro like were into, like where they used each other, I guess, and then it just kept going from there. And you see him in the movie a couple times. He plays a couple characters. So
I like older movies, like I finally saw John Carpenter's The Thing recently, and I loved it.
Yeah, that's with Russell
Crowe.
Yeah,
was it Russell?
Or no, Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell. It was awesome.
Yeah,
I thought that movie was great.
I suppose that they're remaking it right now.
Yeah,
they've tried to remake it a few times. The most recent one, apparently, they had hired this company to do all the creature effects practically, and then when the movie released, they found out that all of their work had been replaced with CGI, and the studio never told them. So out of spite, they went and recreated all of the monster visuals and released their own movie that was all practical monster effects as a like, hey, this is what you cut out and this is what you missed out on. I think it's called Harbinger Down, I think is the name of the movie that the special effects studio put out.
I have to see that. That's pretty cool.
Interesting.
Yeah. I like John Carpenter, though. Like, the John Carpenter's Vampires was great.
I see that one. I think the only John Carpenter movie I ever saw was The Thing.
James Woods was in it.
I don't know if I saw that one.
It had kind of a Tarantino feel to it, like almost like From Dusk Till Dawn.
Okay,
in a way,
all
right. Which I really loved. Selma Hayek was so awesome until she turned into a vampire.
I just like the boner gun guy.
Yeah, the boner gun, the 6-shooter belt.
Yeah,
that was great.
You see the knockoff of that in, I think it was Machete 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where they have Sofia Vergara have the same thing.
Yeah.
The Modern Family chick?
Yeah.
Nice.
So Super Bowl just happened yesterday. If you haven't figured out that today's the 10th of February.
The Eagles won.
Yep. They spanked the Kansas City Chiefs.
Pretty bad. Kind
of happy it happened. Not gonna lie, I'm not a Chiefs fan, and
Neither
we're
am I.
surrounded by Kansas City Chiefs fans.
Yeah, we live in Omaha, Nebraska. We're 3 hours from Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of Packers fans, Broncos fans, and Vikings fans here too.
Mm-hmm.
Which
melting pot of I don't understand.
But we have everybody's team but a Nebraska team. There's no Nebraska NFL team.
Yep. We don't have a professional anything here.
Honestly, the story of my life. That's been everywhere I've ever lived. Connecticut's the same way. They have no pro teams over there, so it's like for football, it's like is it the Bills or the Pats, and then for baseball, are you Yankees or Red Sox? So I come from one place that has no professional teams to another one. So I've seen that shit my whole life.
I know you told me you were from there, but I just forgot.
That's okay. Everyone forgets about Connecticut. It doesn't need to be remembered.
The old CT.
Yep. There's a reason they call us Connecticutans.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
Wow.
I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah. Neither. That's a new one for me.
There's mass holes and Connecticutans.
Mass holes and
I
That's
like
awesome.
Masshole.
Yeah.
That's great.
Let's say our real nickname is the Nutmeggers.
Oh,
Wow.
The Nutmeg State, so we're Nutmeggers.
you guys do a lot of seafood up there, though, right?
That's the only thing I miss about that state. I miss the seafood.
Crab boils and stuff.
Crab boils, actual Maine lobster, like fresh fish, fresh clams. Clam bakes are a big thing out there.
Chicks, everybody just. I just had this like bad like ADHD moment where I was just like, just chicks walking around with the clams out everywhere. It's fucking awesome.
Jam out with your clam.
Yeah. Rub some hot. Never mind. Don't rub hot sauce on my burn.
Yeah, that's no good. On that note,
Yeah. I'm leaving.
yeah, where are we at in life right now? What do we
My mouth
what do we have
hurts.
left to
My
cover
dog's getting better.
Nick's got a sore mouth and a sick dog. Poor guy. I think that we've covered just about everything we were going to talk about today.
Yep.
So if you want to email us your crazy gas station finds, you can get a hold of us at No Sense, that's NOCENTS podcast25@gmail.com.
You did it right. Good job.
Was that the right one again?
Yep, that was the right one.
I have to think
2 weeks in
about
a row, man.
It's hard not to say powerdumppodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah.
It's a hard habit to break. Like I said in the first episode, Power Dump was fun to say.
Well, listen to you later. Never give up.
Yeah, never give up. I think that we're on to something good here. I enjoy doing this, and I enjoy the feedback that we've gotten from it so far.
Yeah, right away too. I mean, it's been
Yeah.
pretty awesome. So, and we are gonna have some surprise guests coming up here.
Yes.
I don't want to spill the beans just yet. But
Robert De Niro.
Yeah. Fuck, I wish that would be so cool.
You
Hey
want
guys,
me to
guess
be on
what? I
your
actually got
podcast?
Ryan and Blake on it.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds reached out.
I'd like to.
Steve.
I'd like to have somebody from like Family Guy. That'd be.
Well, one of the 4 people that voiced all 30-something
I was
characters.
just thinking about that. That's why it was a long pause for me because I was thinking like, God, it's the guy, really.
Yeah, it'd be fun though.
McFarlane. Yeah.
Yeah, McFarlane.
He would just sit here and probably roast us the whole time, going like, God, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
Get Cleveland on here. Thank you for having me on your podcast.
Yeah. Want my money, man. Want my money? Where's my money? He just sat in the corner going like, fuck you, give me my money. Well, you guys promised me money. Then all the time be like, what did Charlize Theron smell like?
Did you see her in Monster?
Yeah.
That was crazy, man. The way they made her look, because she's so gorgeous, but she looked pretty rough in that movie.
Little fugly in that one.
Yeah.
On that note,
We'll
we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Everybody, thanks for tuning in for a second week, and I think we're releasing these every other week, though.
Yeah, that was the plan.
Technically, it's like the third week, but it's the second episode. We just appreciate you guys listening, and I'm Vinny.
I'm Nicholas.
And I'm Steve.
And you listen to the No Sense Podcast.